It is day 19 of Marcus and me in book 4. We're going to go back to the porch after my walk and see what he has to say today. It's beautiful, crisp out here Sunday morning. The air is crisp. Today's meditation, number 19, begins. People who are excited by posthumous fame forget that the people who remember them will soon die too, and those after them in turn, until their memory pass from one to another like a candle flame, gutters and goes out. But suppose that those who remembered you were immortal and your memory undying. What good would it do you? And I don't just mean when you're dead, but in your own lifetime. What use is praise except to make your lifestyle a little more comfortable? You're out of step, neglecting the gifts of nature to hand on someone's words in the future. And he's got that written, and it's like a sword or a cross in front of that last line. It's interesting. Let me show it to you all. You're out of step, neglecting the gifts of nature to hand on someone's words in the future. You think about stars and the creation of stars, and we've got all this stuff going on with P. Diddy in the news. Because the devil gets a foothold, and if you don't guard against that, things are never enough. There's lusts of the flesh that just get worse and worse and more reprobate. So sometimes it's better just to have a simple life. There's a lot of us craving just simplicity in life. I make these videos just to have someone to talk to on the other side, maybe help spread some information. I could care less who really knows me or not. I've spent years over here on my mountain alone, but I feel like the Lord wants me to spread the gospel and talk about how there's that saying that comes to mind: all is vanity. All is vanity. So be careful. Vanity can get a foothold too. There's a price to be paid for fame out here in this world. You lose your privacy. You overindulge. And as I've said before, the saddest thing I ever witnessed was going to Graceland and seeing all that Elvis had. And he wasn't happy. Especially when I toured like his private plane. Saw his riding stables. That kind of broke my heart. It really did. So be careful out here. Be careful. Now, you know whose story I do love? It's Johnny and June Cash. Carter Cash. Their story, I think, is epic. And I don't want to hear people saying, well, he got divorced and cheated on his wife. Well, you know, things happen. That's where the blood of Christ washes you clean. And people change, and we grow, and we move on. So, I think their love story was epic. It was a true testament of love. So, have a great day, everybody. Marcus Aurelius, day 19, posthumous fame. Be careful. Be careful. That devil loves to get a foothold into you. He really does. The ego is our sense of separateness as I and mine, and arises from identification with the body. We have become blinded by the ego, thinking that we are the ego. And the more we think we are the ego, the more deeply we sink into spiritual darkness. In truth, we are spiritual beings who have been imprisoned in bodies by the belief that we are these bodies. Ego, or Satan, does everything possible to continue to persuade us that we are mere mortal fleshly beings. Satan is our jailer and holds the door to our cell closed by means of our own desires and attachments. We could walk out right now, today, but we are unable to do so because we are spiritually blind like a horse with blinders and see only materially through the five senses. Our desires are the whip that drives us into this morbid existence. Hell is the shadow of the ego. Wherever there is ego, hell is sure to follow. The ego is like something that is borrowed. It doesn't really belong to us. Hell is what comes to collect the debt. Deep reading from the mystic child. The duality. It's called the mystic Christ, the light of non-duality and the path of love according to the life and teachings of Jesus. Great little book. The mystic Christ is an ancient tale of mystic union, salvation, and enlightenment. Yep. Be tough finding a partner that wants to read this kind of stuff at night.